him. Bring him to me.
What is happening, Magnusites? So, Zack Snyder's Justice League, The Flash enters the Speed Force, won the most cheered moment in movie history, cheer-worthy moment in movie history. And I hear that the internet is going kind of wild over this, and that people think this whole lineup is strange. And I gotta say, yes, the lineup is strange. I don't really... There are so many movies out there that have cheer-worthy moments. I mean, big time moments. And this is strange. Let me go through this with you because first, all right, if I were going to set this lineup up and they gave me these 5 movies, first of all, Dreamgirls wouldn't have even been on the list. But if I got to place it, it's going 5. At 5, okay? At 4 would have been The Matrix, Bullet Time, right? However, that's not the moment that people started cheering in the theater with Neo. The moment that they started cheering big time was when he started blocking. Once he saw the code and he started blocking everything that Smith had, that was the super cheer moment of that movie. It wasn't the dodging the bullets. People cheered for it. I was there. People cheered for it. People were in awe, but not like when he started taking out Smith after he could see the code and he was the one. Why did they choose that scene? The Avengers. Actually, let me just go through these first. The Avengers Endgame, Avengers Assemble. That definitely I would put in the most cheered moments. That one right there is when Thor arrives on the battlefield. I mean, there's a lot of cheer moments in these Avenger movies, man. I can't argue with that being one of the most cheered moments, okay? I could see that definitely being on the list. Spider-Man No Way Home. All 3 Spider-Man. Man, look, I started the cheer in the theater when all 3 of them landed. Everybody, erupted right after I started. You know what I'm saying? So, yes. And the Flash entering the Speed Force. I don't understand how that... Listen, the Flash entering the Speed Force, to me, is more of a moment of awe than a moment of cheer. And here's the reason why. A lot of people, I would say the majority of the people, which are normies watching, didn't know he was entering the Speed Force. Didn't know what was going on. We knew. But I would have called that a moment of awe. The cheer moment of that movie was Superman arriving and the chop on his shoulder plate, you know what I'm saying? That was the moment, you know what I'm saying? And he said what he said. That's the moment of the cheer for that movie. You know what I'm saying? And just the whole fight, of whooping his ass and them all taking turns whooping his ass. Like, that was the big cheer moment for that. I don't understand how. So if I personally was going to rearrange these, I would rearrange them and I would change the scenes. But if I'm just using these scenes right here, 5 is going to be Dreamgirls. What the hell? Okay, then 4 is going to be The Matrix Bullet Time. Then it's going to be Avengers Assemble. No. Then it's going to be Flash enters the Speed Force. Then Avengers Assemble. Then number 1 is all 3 Spider-Man. Because while we wanted to hear Cap say Avengers Assemble forever, and he finally said it, those 3 Spider-Men on the screen at the same fucking time from all those eras was something a little bit bigger. I would only give it a lead by a nose, but like maybe 2% bigger of a moment. You got what I'm saying? So if people wanted to argue and say, nah, Avengers Assemble is number 1, I wouldn't argue with them. No way I'm arguing with them. Okay? But in Justice League, man, the moment Soups landed to save the day, to me, and from people I talked to, like that was more of, and it's funny, like I said, because it seemed like most people didn't know exactly what was going on. That he was in the Speed Force and that, he was, you're looking at it and you're like, wait a minute, things are reversing and building back up. What's going on? Oh. So if you think back to when he went and he touched the mother box went in the water or the fluid, whatever that crap was, and he started to come back up. That was a little like, hey, so, crazy things happen when he enters, when he approaches the speed of light or whatever. So he reversed things, like he reversed the box. A lot of people would pick that up, but I don't think everybody would pick that up. And if you're a comic book fan of The Flash, you know what's going on. Anyway, I am so happy, though, that Zack and his team won that because, hey, that's more credibility to the movement and the man himself. But I just think this is a hokey list. It's weird. Like, I thought it was for the year. I thought it was going to be for the year. Like, they should have one for the year, not of all times. I mean, we could eventually have an all times one, but there's hundreds of movie moments that it's like, yo, know what I'm saying? Like, so many. But, it's just a weird list, y'all. It's a weird list. And, that's what I would have had number 1. If they were good. Now, if I would redo it, first of all, Dreamgirls wouldn't even be on the list. And second of all, 4 would be I don't know, man. That's a hard list. If I put up the moments that, I would say what's crazy is I would say I pretty much cheered the same. Like, when I think back to how I felt in those moments, like Neo finally seeing the code and taking out Smith with the one hand, and I think of when Soups arrived and they started fucking him up, and all 3 Spider-Man and the Avengers, like all of them are like I would have to think on it. They're all within a percentage of each other. There's or a tenth of a percentage of each other for those moments. Like when Thor arrived on the battlefield, like I remember in the theater, even when, I'm just talking about movies as of late, like when Black Panther is leading the charge on the field and Cap catches him and they both jump in. Yo, the crowd went fucking nuts for that shit. Like, there's a lot of stuff in all these different movies over the years, man. Like, that is cheerworthy, man. Like, just So many movies. This is a strange list. I would put Zack Snyder's Justice League on there, but I wouldn't use the Flash Enters the Speed Force because it more was a moment of awe and like, wow. Then a cheer moment. Suits arriving was the cheer moment. You know what I'm saying? People even cheered. Well, I wasn't in a theater for that, but from what I've talked to people about, like when they got excited, was like even when he arrived to talk to Alfred, like people are like, "Yo, man, it was so cool seeing him laying there," and like so. Everyone I talked to, that was more of a moment of awe. Like, yo, you see when he entered this, yo, it was so cool. Yo, just watching it and the music and like you see him start to vibrate and you're like piecing it together. Oh, you're like, oh shit, he's about to do it. Like, it's like, but like I said, Avengers Assemble, all 3 Spider-Man land. Like that's more of like, that's the accent. Like, yo, you know what I mean? It's a different type of moment, but the same same level of energy in a way. But 2 different moments. There's moments of awe in movie, and then there's moments of exclamation point, the pop, the cheer. Like, when Batman the recent Batman beat the fuck out of that criminal in the beginning. Vengeance. Like, that's a pop right there. You get what I'm saying? Like, anyway, post comments down below. Let me know what you all thought. If you enjoyed my reaction to this news, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and ciao. 10 million subscribers. # restore the Snyderverse. Woo!